Hello, hello. Sorry, it's been a minute. Been a busy boy, but we're back with more Kenshi. And Athelstan and Rex have been pretty busy building up their little house and stack, doing a little bit of crafting and research, equipping themselves a little better, and just a tiny bit of training. So you got some skills up for both of our boys, and they're ready to go out into the world again, mostly because we spent all their money. And building up the base, it cost everything we had. So, it's time for them to go out and make something of themselves yet again, the best way they know how, which is probably destroying the Fogmen. Destroying the Fogmen, the greatest threat to the borders of the Holy Nation. And definitely not just because of the fat bounties on the heads of every Fogman is why they chose that particular threat, huh? Not at all. It's for the cause of Okran and the Holy Nation. No ulterior motives at all here, boys. None at all. Now, we did get Athelstan a new weapon. He's using an Odachi right now that we grabbed off of a bounty that I randomly found. Actually, right over there. A Holy Nation outlaw that was wanted. She was no match for old Athelstan and his holy fury. That cleaver that we found in the previous episode. Oh, excuse me. I've got a little crick in my voice today. But that cleaver we found, it does good damage, but it's got a really short reach, and so for certain enemies, it has trouble hitting them. And that's no good. But into the fog we go. Into the fog we go. Where are they? I know they're here. Somewhere. Lurking. Is this a prince? It is. It's a prince and his bodyguards. Let's get him. Prank 'em, boys. Okay. Athelstan's getting the ever-living crap beaten out of him because he decides, as per usual, to just get right in the middle of everything. If we take these guys down... Okay, I need you to rush and grab the fog soldier's head so he doesn't get back up. Same with this guy. As soon as you drop one, grab his head so they don't get back up. And of course, because that's the money right there. That's the money. Excellent work, gentlemen. That's gonna be a decent little payout right there on its own. I mean, all in a day's work for the great Lord Okran. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. I'm not seeing any more. Whoop. Never mind. I think we see another group. Is that another prince and his boys? That's gonna be tough with the injuries we already have. Trail them. Let's see if Athelstan can pull a sneaky. Oh, he can. We have no obligation to follow the rules of gentlemanly warfare against foul beasts of Narco. There's another group coming here, so Rex, I need you to go into stealth. While Athelstan knocks them out and twists their head off. Twist his dick. Twist his dick. Beautiful. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. Fighting the Bugman menace. Beautiful. Another prince. Good thing we trained assassination on a guy in a cage for longer than I would like to admit. Far longer than I'd like to admit, but good. It's why we're here. Alright, it's why we're successfully waging guerrilla warfare against the Bugmen in the name of Okran. He doesn't know he's there, but he knows he's running from something. It knows it's running from its impending death. Oh, lordy, lordy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. How far have you chased him? Jeez, almost to another Fogman nest. Well, you know what? Go for the prince. Go for the prince. They can't see you in the fog because you're Naruto running. It's beautiful. Truly beautiful. Truly beautiful. Things we can accomplish. Give him the bonk. Give him the bonk. Let's see if we can get a couple more. These fog heavies are incredibly dangerous to fight, so I'd rather just bonk them and twist their heads off. What sees me? Or is trying to see me, rather. Ah. Good, good. Okranite asymmetric warfare begins. There's another prince. Get him, Athelstan. Fist his dick. Every fog prince dead is a blow to these foul creatures. And a decent amount of money in our pockets. If we're gonna eventually build an army and take out all of Okran's enemies, we're gonna need the funding. Speaking of funding, there's some more funding right there. Come here, you. What happened to those other ones going this way? That are apparently levitating. Come on, you're right up on him. Catch up to him a little bit more. No. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Oh, no, 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 you don't. And use this guy, random guy as bait. And then twist his head off. It's beautiful. It's a group of regulars, or no? That's a prince. Wow, 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 wow. Athelstan, you know the drill. Get the prince. He's the high value target. Does this one have two princes? No, that's a heavy. Well, we'll see if we can grab a heavy. Bonk. See if we can grab another heavy. Come on. Beautiful. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Look at that. We're really doing Okran's work out here. Okay. Oh. A prince. A prince for me? Don't mind if I do. All right in the thick of it, so go ahead and bonk one of the heavies. These foul creatures never know what to hit them. Okay, they're traveling too fast at this point for old Athelstan to catch up. That's okay. I think we've collected enough on this trip. We've accomplished our goal of securing a little bit of future funding for our Great Crusade. A little bit of future funding for our Great Crusade. Who are you? Drug peddlers. Well, they are foul, but we're slightly injured, and we need to pull back to friendly territory and rest, recoup. sell off our bounteous rewards. We'll take out these hungry bandits, though. Rex can always use the training. He's lagged behind Athelstan a bit in combat training because he's been back at the HQ. He's been back at the HQ being the research nerd. Rex, go ahead and finish patching yourself up there, buddy. Being the research nerd and being our smithing boy. He's now quite good at both armor and weaponsmithing. He was already quite good at weaponsmithing when we recruited him, but we built a leather tanning bench and I've been hunting beak things for fun and profit while he was doing research. So we gathered up, we had like 300 leathers or animal skins, and he made like 200 of those into leathers, and that got his armor smithing up to the point where he can make specialist grade leather armors, which is why we now have specialist grade dust coats, specialist grade samurai cloth pants, and specialist grade nomad capes. And he's got padded cargo pants. We should probably switch that to samurai cloth pants at some point. Some point when we feel like it. Let's go back to stack, boys. We return to stack victorious with full packs of Fogmen heads. Well, not necessarily full, but we grabbed a lot of the valuable ones, and that's what matters. So, Rex, you go ahead and go home and rest first. Go ahead and take a little sleep, recover from your wounds. Athelstan will go and turn in the bounties. Let's see here. We currently have 3829. We now have over 56,000, 57,000 after selling off a couple weapons. We'll grab a little more food while we're here. And we have been building up supplies here. Do a little rearranging here, a little organizing. Yeah, we still have like 128 more animal skins to process, but hey, we can do that anytime. And a little bit of improvement on our boys' skills here. From taking out Rex to face these foul beasts. So I think we'll make a second trip. I think we will make a second trip. Oh, Rex. There you go. Finish out that healing. Make sure. Alright, both have food and first aid kits. Back out to the fog. Back out into the fog. You know what? The hell happened here? Got more hungry boys. Well, 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 well. So be it. Back to the fog. Back to the money-making fog. We'll be amazed how much money we make to fund our little crusade, and I think we're gonna go around and do some recruiting. I think I want, like, at least one more decent warrior, and I have a recruit in mind. I'm just gonna figure out where he's at. He's always in a holy nation city. Alright, the march through Dreg, and... Ooh. Cannibals? We haven't run into cannibals before. Well, well, well. What an opportunity for some training. You just want to especially keep an eye on Rex's health, since he's not quite as good at combat as old Athelstan. This is a twofold thing. We're getting combat experience on our boys, and making money for the cause. But fighting scrawny cannibals like this is actually really good toughness training. Since they don't do a lot of damage, but they're gonna hit you a lot. Well, we might not go back to the fog this trip, but this will be worth it. Just alone for how much Rex is improving his combat skills. This alone got his toughness up to 42. Beautiful. Love to see it. Nope, let none survive. Let none survive. We need to also let Rex get his medic skill up, so we'll let him do all the patching up of himself and Athelstan. That got his medic skill up to 7. That's not horrible, but yeah, it's not great either. He needs to improve that. So we're gonna have him be the medic for a while. Alright. Search them for medkits that have a decent amount of stuff left in them. We're penny pinchers, alright? This is how we pinch them pennies. This one actually had a piece of armor that's worth a couple coins. But a lot of these, it's just crappy iron clubs or bladed iron clubs that are worth basically nothing. Yeah, this one's leaving a snail trail. Before he passed out and is dying over there. What a fool. He thought he could escape the wrath of Okran. Ain't happening, Chief. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. What's this a nest of? Boner dogs. No thank you. No thank you. I do want to farm them for their bone dog parts later. But we'll use ranged weapons for that. Because for some reason, it doesn't matter how high a melee defense you have, bone dogs will hit you often. And they'll stagger you like every time. They're a massive pain in the ass to fight in melee. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Alright, so we didn't go back into the fog, but we got a little more combat training, and we'll make a few hundred cats off of all that. We saved some money by grabbing medkits off of those scrawny cannibals. Excellent. Progress is progress, boys. And we've got a decent amount of money, so I think recruiting a few new recruits and outfitting them is going to be the next shout. Nomads fighting starving bandits. Yeah, I don't really care for either side that much, so we'll just, you know, loot them. Okran's greatest scavengers right here. This way we at least make a little more money from this trip. Excellent. Excellent. Back to stack. Oh, stop being dramatic, Athelstan. It's just a guy with a robot arm. You'll face real robots later. And you'll destroy them. You'll show them the true face of humanity. And you'll pay them back for all those things they did. You know, in the old days. In the dark days. Now. Back to the base. We'll let Rex rest and recover. And then once he's done, we'll let both of them rest and recover for a minute. Then once Rex is done recovering from his grievous wound, well, I think we're going to put him on the punching bag to train Dex a little bit while Athelstan goes out recruiting for warriors. Alright, enough sleep. Time to train. Time to train your dexterity up a little bit. Wow. Athelstan is going on an away trip to Bad Teeth. Pretty sure I saw the recruit we want there ages ago. 25 days ago when we first started this campaign. We've passed a lot of in-game time so far, but that's fine. This is going to be a slow burn one. I'm not in a massive hurry to make progress this time. I think that's the biggest weakness with me in Kenshi campaigns, is sometimes I get too in a hurry to make progress, and I end up kind of ruining the feel of progression. Now this time we're taking our sweet time, and we're waging plenty of that slow asymmetric warfare against Okran's enemies. Plenty of river raptors for us to kill for more skins, perhaps. And perhaps. Let's check the bars here in Bad Teeth. Check this one first. Just mercs here, which we do not need. We do not need perfidious sellswords corrupting the ranks of our holy crusade. We need committed men of Okran. The hell is a Shek doing in here? Perhaps this is not the man I was looking for, but... Uh, yeah, sure. Well, he's cheap, so... Habbo will be our next recruit. You go ahead and... wait over by the gate, buddy. You've got a long and arduous training regimen ahead of you, because... you've got a little bit of skills, but you're gonna need a lot more. Hmm. Headbutt, huh? Aren't you a bandit? Was a bandit. 5,500? Oh, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? So we also get headbutt. Go wait by the gate. And... John group speed here. What the hell are you carrying? Oh, a dust bandit. Wow. We checked the 3 bars here and did not find the man we were looking for. He must have relocated, which is unfortunate. But that's a couple new recruits to start putting through a training regimen and turning into great soldiers for Okran. Now, while they wait, let's just go ahead and, loot a few more skins for our armor production, since these guys are gonna need... They're gonna need armor. And I'd rather not pay for leather. This is a self-funding crusade. We don't get money from the church. We gotta fund our crusade ourselves. Eventually we'll be building our own fortress for the crusade and hiring workers, voluntary or otherwise. Neither of them get hit. Oop, yep, headbutt got hit. You idiot. Alright. Let's go, boys. Back to stack. Well, this will at least get them started on their athletics training in the meantime. We'll get them back home. Get them training their strength and dexterity at the very least. Autopathing back to stack from bad teeth is a pain. You gotta do a little manual interference there. That's a-okay. Well, let's avoid the slave mongers, eh? Let's let them pass a little bit. Just a little bit. These guys would get knocked out super quick in a fight. This early on in their training to be great crusaders of Okran. Alright, now we can cross out of these hills and back towards Stack. Excuse me. Jeez. I have really got some phlegm in my throat today. Sorry about that. Need to build a treadmill as well so we can have somebody training their athletics at all times. Kind of unfortunate we're training these guys up from mostly nothing, but they were cheap. They were cheap. Athelstan, go ahead and put them skins away. Now get Rex, you are done with Dex training for now. Get Habbo Hotel on that. And Headbutt here. There's a decent spread of stats, actually. But we'll get him started on strength training. Make him strong. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put down some blueprints for some more training stuff, and we will be right back. Alright, we went ahead and put down blueprints for a treadmill and melee attack and defense dummies. Actually, Athelstan, I want Rex to train up his engineering skill a little bit. So, we'll let them train up their strength and dex while we build these things and get them training. Our little mini HQ and stack is really coming along now. There we go. We want dex and strength to be decent for both of these guys. Those are... Of course, toughness is very important, but we can't really just level toughness with a dummy. No siree. So I think while they're beginning their training, we're going to send Athelstan and Rex, who are both... First, let's make a training squad. And put Habbo and Headbutt into it, so I'm not accidentally selecting them constantly. And first, before we leave, I'm gonna send Athelstan to the bars here to see if there's any excellent unique recruits here that we just have to have. Not in this bar. What about in the big bar? The big bar. Definitely not in here. But there's one more small bar, isn't there? Yes, there is. Holy Nation towns love their bars. Negative. Alright. Well, then that frees us up to, for old Athelstan and Rex to head out. Meet up at the gate. And we're gonna try Blister Hill. We're gonna start out with a small-ish squad, but we want it to be quality over quantity, at least in the beginning. Once we build our own base, we can kind of just pad the quantity a little bit for people to just man turrets, etc. But for now, quality over quantity. And I'm looking for a specific recruit that spawns in Holy Nation bars, and I thought I had seen him in Bad Teeth, but apparently not. If we can't find him today, I'll find him in the off time between recordings, most likely. Track him down. Since we'll spend a little bit of time between episodes training people up and all that. Because we're going to start going after some high-value targets soon. Some of the enemies of the Holy Nation that have high bounties on their heads. Blister Hill. The capital. There he is. Griffin. I had a dream last night. The Lord of Light Okran himself came to me, and he told me I'd meet a wealthy wanderer from the outside. Peter. The wealthy wanderer would lead me to the truth, will lead me to the origin of the first extinction. With this, the land of the Holy Nation will finally find peace. Think I'm your wanderer? Okran will show me if you are the one. I have the cats, but do you have the skill? Alright, there we go. Excellent, and he is already quite powerful. We just need to equip him. And maybe train up a few of his skills a little bit more. Oh, just a little bit more. How is his weapon? It is not great. It is not great, but that's fine. That's A-okay. Let's get him back to base as well. So back to stack we go. Short trip to Blister Hill this time. But we found what we were looking for very quickly. Where are these goons? Tech hunters. Tech hunters. That's a holy convoy. Rex, don't try and get Griffin on the booze. Alright, we're all holy boys here. We're all holy boys here. We don't need to be drinking no blood, Ron. That's a sin. That's a sin. But Griffin is going to very quickly find his place among our big three boys here. He's not going to require a lot of training to be up to par with at least Rex's skill level. Which is very, very good. We're just making sure people we run into on the road are not banditos. So, excellent. Let's get everybody inside. Get everybody inside. Griffin. Headbutt, how is your strength looking? Pretty good? So I think we're going to take you off of the weight bench for now. Because Griffin is going to be our heavy weapons boy. So we want him to just immediately start padding that strength stat. I mean, we want Habbo and Headbutt to have decent strength stats, but they don't have to be crazy high or anything. Because they're going to be probably wielding like sabers or katanas. Or Griffin is going to be swinging around big old heavy swords. He's going to need as much strength as he can get. Beautiful. Things are really coming along. Things are coming along, and we'll probably actually be naming the faction soon. I'm thinking the Okranite Crusade, or the Holy Crusade. And in the meantime, in between episodes, we'll be working on getting some decent armor for all of our new recruits, and probably some somewhat decent weapons. We can't really smith super good weapons yet, but we can find them or buy them. And, well, you know, getting more money is as easy as just making another trip to the Foglands at this point. So I think this is probably a good spot to leave off for now. So thanks everybody for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.